Cause iOS 18, like it's 18 now, it's iOS 18, so like hi, hi. Sorry for the absolutely mediocre setup here. I'm not in my usual setup, so I now have the dang pod setup. Whatever, I don't know. I'm not in my usual setup, so I literally just put a piece of paper down just to not make the table look terrible and and then yeah, iOS 18. Let's go. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna be an idiot and download it on my primary device. By the way, yeah, don't do this. By the way, do not download a beta software onto your primary device. I'm only doing it because A, I'm stupid, and B, I've been doing this for years now. I've been doing it all the way since iOS 12, so I'm familiar with this kind of stuff. So personally, I think it's okay. I've waited a while now. In fact, I think it's only been a little over 12 hours since WWDC happened. So far it seems like, other than a few bugs, it's pretty stable. No major battery drain or anything. So now that I've downloaded this software, I think it's about time for us to install it. So yeah, boop, there you go. It's doing its thing. I guess we just wait. Yay, let's wait. And by the way, this is like a 5 GB update that required a lot of space. So I think it was 5 gigs. Then it asked me to remove like another extra 10 gigs for some reason. I guess to give it some room, but yeah. Yeah, there you go. Now let's wait for it to do its thing, I guess. So let's wait. Let's wait. Oh, I think it's done. Is it done? I think it's done. Oh, it's done. Whoa, okay, immediately, that's a strange bug. Why is that white now? The hell? Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna give it a moment to cool down first because the phone is currently boiling hot, and also, it seems like it's still setting up everything. Immediately, first impressions, it's kind of strange. Like, I don't know why, it's in dark mode right now. If I open up like my apps here, it would be in dark mode. I mean, look at the dock, it's in dark mode, but yet some widgets like this one and this one here are on, whoops, widgets like this one and this one are all in night mode. And I don't know what the hell's up with that, but I guess oh, there you go. Yeah, another example of that. Yep, clearly you can tell it's a beta. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for a bit first, let the phone cool down before I do anything, because it's currently not having a great time.
What the hell? Oh my god, no way.
Okay, so now that the phone's cooled down just enough, I think it's time for us to look at some of the new features. So unlock the phone, and immediately when I swipe down for the top right, look at that. Oh, look at that new control center. Hell yeah. So we have the normal screen over here. This is the one that we're all familiar with, except that there are now some changes here and there, such as how all the toggles just look so much more rounder. It kind of looks strange. Like, I mean, I guess it looks cool. I don't know, it's just so strange that it's also curvy now. And then interestingly enough, we now have the ability to enter the power down menu from here, which again, I guess is cool and great. It needs my passcode. God damn it.
What the hell?
As I was saying, so over here you can also add the new control center toggles from right here instead of having to go to the settings menu. And also you can resize all of the toggles now, so I can make the record, but can I resize it? There you go. Dang, that's cool. And then say you can also take this and make it big. Okay, that's a bug right there. And besides that, you can add controls, and we have a few over here. We have a translate, stopwatch, basically the stuff you're already familiar with, text size. You would have access to some accessibility stuff. You can even add multiple of the same thing, so you can add the connectivity one again. Basically just a whole lot of settings that would have been buried beforehand, just now available right here in front of you. So yeah, I guess that's cool. And apparently Apple's going to be opening this up to third-party developers. So soon, once this comes out in September, you'll be able to begin seeing toggles from other apps besides just the ones from iOS itself. So yeah, but anyways, besides that, you can also tap over here. You can also, I guess, press and hold over here, and everything is now laid out in this fashion instead. And there's also now a dedicated music control. Again, the toggles for the connectivity are here. So basically what Apple's trying to say is that when you drag it down from the top right corner, you can do this. You can look over here, drag even more to go to the music, then drag even more to go to connectivity. Like, just like that. It's really cool. Besides that, we can also customize the lock screen. And over here, you can swap between different styles. But yeah, let me for now, let's actually switch to the brand new iOS 18 wallpaper, which should be right here. Yep, there you go, iOS 18. And as you can tell, you can adjust between automatic, light, and dark. I'm going to set to dark. So here's pink, we have yellow, we have azure, and we have purple. For now, I think the yellow looks pretty cool. I'll stick with that. But look at this. Now, you can change the toggles over here. So I can delete this, and I can add any of the toggles here. So you can customize it now, which is great. So, for now, I'm going to leave the torch, because torch, I think, is still going to be important. But the one that I want to change the camera, since, well, I mean, it's the camera. You can, on the lock screen, you can just simply swipe on the swipe to the left just to open up the camera. So you don't really need the toggle here. So let's change it to something else. So let's say I have it such that it opens up Apollo. So now I click done. There you go. Then I just press and hold this, and opens up Apollo. That's cool. That's really cool. Anyways, now we are on the home screen. Now, again, I don't know what the hell is up with the fact that some widgets are white and some widgets are dark. It's kind of strange. That's not normal. For now, I want to look at the new customization options for the locks for the home screen. So now, as you can tell, you can actually adjust the size of the widget. So I'm not gonna do it over here. I'm gonna add it over here because I don't want to mess up my layout here. So what I can do is I can actually drag this out like that, or I can drag it out all the way to this size, or I can drag it back to being small. In fact, this was actually showed off in iOS 14 in WWDC 2020, but they ended up cancelling the feature. So it's good that they're adding it now, even though it's been years since iOS 14 came out. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Again, a bit buggy, it's not perfect, but it is still, it's cool that it's there. But then besides that, we can also now go into the edit section here and now customize. So we can actually set it to be automatic, such that, look at that, it's dark now. Everything is now in a nice little dark mode, which looks really cool. So dark, there's the light, and there's also tinted. So you can tint it according to whatever you choose. So let's say I use the eyedropper here, and I select somewhere over here. There you go. I can also change the lightness of the color and stuff like that. Pretty cool. And apparently, it also applies to apps that haven't been updated to support iOS 18. So look at WhatsApp, look at Discord, it's already shifting to that color. Look at all the apps over here. It looks really cool, right? Pretty cool. Even here, okay, look at that. You can see it slowly all changing over here. And yeah, look, it's slowly adapting to the color that I've picked, which is pretty cool. But for now, let's stick to the dark mode because I want to see how this applies everywhere. So yeah, as you can tell, all the default apps have been updated to it. Works. I don't know why App Store hasn't updated to it yet. But yeah, everything else has followed it except for the third-party apps at App Store. There you go. Twitter and Apollo obviously haven't updated to that yet. Taking a glance, you can see how all the normal apps have not really adopted the new dark mode yet. But we hopefully that will change. So yeah, for now, let's stick with this. But in the meantime, let's actually look at some of the new widgets that are available in this version of iOS. So there's a new journal entry widget and a new vitals widget, which is also going to come to the Apple Watch, although I haven't updated the Apple Watch yet. So yeah, there's also training load, which is also a new feature on the watchOS 11. But again, it's not going to show anything here because I haven't updated my watch. And even if I did, it's going to take some time for it to update. And there's also electricity rates for the home app now. But besides that, let's look at some of the new apps on here. So first we have the new passwords app. So basically it's the password section in the settings app now brought out into its own separate app, which is great because there's been so many times when I open up the passwords but I have to dig through settings to find them. So I can tap over here. Oh, and it's locked, so it scans my face. There you go. Look at the passwords app. Easily save it for your passwords, yeah, all that stuff. And turn on notifications, sure thing. And there you go, they're all in here. Now, obviously, I'm not going to tap on these. I'm going to immediately leak my emails and passwords. But yeah, it's all there. It's all there for you to have a look at them, which is pretty cool. And I really like that a lot. Oh, there is one more thing I want to show off here. So now what I can do is that, let's say I have my music app. But let's say I'm a bit protective of my crappy music taste. So what I can do is I can now go over here and I can require Face ID for this thing. And there you go. Now when I tap on it, it will have to scan my face for it to unlock, which is pretty cool. Let's do that again. There you go. Scan my face. And there you go. And oh yeah, and one more thing that I did forget to mention is that if you have, say, an app on the home screen, what I can do is that I can haptic touch on it and I can actually open up the widget right from here. Again, a feature that was announced in WWDC 2020 with iOS 14 but never really came to fruition. I can do this, does that, it does this. Again, does that. Or I can shrink it back down to its app. Now, the next big change in iOS 18 is the Photos app. So, I'm gonna have to censor some stuff here and there because, I mean, not that I have any sus stuff on there, it's just stuff like emails and passwords here and there. So, just to be safe, we're gonna censor some stuff here, but let's check it out. And, oh wow, okay, immediately there's a massive change in the way things look over here. So you have the Photos app over here, you can swipe up and there you go, you get the library, as well as you can sort by date captured, you can filter based on whether they've been edited, whether they've been photos, videos, you can even filter via screenshots, so that's cool. And you can also change your view options, zoom in and out and all that stuff. You can change from years, months and all. And then once you're done over here, you can just simply swipe. And you look at that, you can see your recent days, pictures you've taken with people, pinned collections, so favorites, maps, videos, screenshots, memories. This is not a new feature, but yeah, it's cool that it's right here on a single pane now. Then we have trips, so my trips to Japan over here, my albums which are also over here, as you can tell, and you can also see my featured photos right here, just like that. And media types right here as well. So you also have utilities here. So not only does it filter stuff by media type, so in the past it's always been like this. In fact, if I pull out my my iPhone that's currently still running iOS 17, if I pull out the Photos app, again, everything looks very different between iOS 17 and iOS 18. So as you can tell, very different. Okay, right now I don't have any photos here, so there's not much here. But if you go open up your phone now, it should be filtered like this: videos, selfies, live photos, and all that stuff. But now there's some new stuff here. Now it also sorts via duplicates, receipts, handwriting, illustrations, QR codes, recently viewed, recently edited, shared documents, imports, and all that stuff. It's really cool. It's really awesome. And on top of that, there's also wallpaper suggestions at the bottom now. And you can customize the way everything is ordered over here as well. So that is pretty cool. Also, another thing new is that when you go ahead and say, look at a picture, say, let's look at this one, you can see that the view has been updated a little bit. As you can tell, it's a brand new look. We also have some new changes to the way videos are displayed on the iPhone. So let's say if I open up a video here. Okay, let's say, so now that I have a video opened up. Now, notice how now it's no longer a sliding bar, like a sliding bar at the bottom along your photos here. Now it's actually a separate progress bar at the top over here, so you can drag it and stuff like that, mute and unmute just like that, and it's really cool. And there's been so many times when back in iOS 17, when this is inside the scrubber here, and you instead of like progressing along the video, you accidentally switch to like say a different video or photo. But now that it's at the bottom now that it's above that, you can do this without having to worry about that. So again, pretty cool. And there's also some changes that they didn't really necessarily mention all that much during the event itself, such as changes to the calendar app. So if I go here, there is a new month view. So now you can actually see all your basically all the events over here. Right now I don't really have anything on here, but what's cool is that now it actually also shows reminders in the month view and in calendar as a whole. But again, I don't really have any events in here, so there's not really anything right now inside here. But yeah, you can check out other videos. It's actually really cool, and it's great that Apple is bringing this over here, because a lot of people have used third-party calendar apps because it doesn't have stuff like this. So yeah, I guess it's cool. Oh yeah, and before anyone asks, no, the Mail app hasn't been updated yet with the new features. That is only going to come later this year, as well as the new Apple Intelligence stuff that's also only going to come later this year. And it's not like I can even use it anyways, because apparently the 14 Pro can't run it. You have to have a 15 Pro and Pro Max to use it. Oh, and there's also been some changes to the phone app. Okay, I'm gonna do a lot of censorship here. So, okay, yeah. Oh, wow. Why is my recents page completely empty? It's not supposed to be empty. Okay, that's strange. But now, apparently, there is T9 dialing here, dude. Which, personally, I didn't really care about, but apparently Linus from Linus Tech Tips really wanted this to finally be a thing. But hey, it's here now, so let's try it out. So let's say I search out my friend Timothy here. So all I have to do is just simply spell out his name based on the numbers here. For those of you who've never used an old phone before, I've never really got to use it, but I know how it works contextually. So I'm going to type out his number here, his name here. So Timothy, so T-I, and look at that, it's already beginning to work. And then M, there you go, right there. It works. Again, gonna have to send some number there, but that's cool. That's so cool. Also, I just noticed, like, look at what happens when I switch to a different screen. Look, it fades in and out now. It no longer flickers. Like, if I were to open up the phone app on my on this old phone here. Oops, gonna have to censor all of that. Jesus. See, if I were to do this, like, look, watch this. Like, if I were to switch between different tabs here, so if I switch between here and here, look at that. It flickers. Shut up. It flickers. Like, it. Stop. Like, notice how, like, when I switch between the two, it just flicks between them. But now, it fades in between the two of them. Again, interesting change. And anyways, another thing that I did notice from online, from what people say online, is that now the Torchlight has been upgraded, at least for the newer models. So now if I open up the torch right here, look at that. Now I can't really demonstrate this right now to you because I'm currently having the phone facing down. But not only can you change the brightness of the flash over here. So wait, hold on, let me do this properly here. So not only can I change the brightness of the flash like this, as you can tell. But now I can change the spread of the flashlight, so I can change the spread of basically how wide the spread of the Torchlight spreads out. Now, as far as I know, this only works on the 14 Pro and above, or I guess the 14 series and above. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to check. So yeah, well, I guess that's cool. Anyways, there's also been major changes to the Messages app. I don't exactly use the Messages app, but good to know that it's there. Okay, so right now, let's say if I were to type a sentence. So let's say hello. Bruh, hi. So now, notice how there's a new option over here. So now I can actually customize the text over here. So I can, as you can tell, I can get bold, italics, underlined, or strike through, just like on WhatsApp. And now I can also add some cool new text effects. So we can make it big or small or not, and all that stuff is, again, really cool. And on top of that, I'm pretty sure you could schedule text. You could schedule them now. I don't know how to do that. How do I schedule them? How do I schedule? I don't know how to schedule a message. How do I schedule the message? Ah, there you go. Send later. There you go. Now you can actually schedule when you want to send your message. So I can say I could send it like a month from now, I guess. So yeah, you could. It's really cool. Personally, I don't know in what situation would I ever use this, but I guess that's awesome. And apparently, there's also new tapbacks. So if I were to say react to this, or what is the ThinkPad password, I can have new reactions over here, besides just the defaults over here, which are, by the way, is more colorful now. I can also use any emoji to react to it, so that's pretty cool. And also in regions that support it, you'll also be able to send messages via satellite now, so you can send iMessages or SMSs using the satellite feature on the iPhone 14 and above. Unfortunately, I'm not in a region where that is supported, so even though I have a 14 Pro, I can't exactly do that. So apparently Safari has some new features, so let's say if I go to Straits Times on my phone. But now, look at the corner here, it looks slightly different. I can tap on here, and it allows me to listen to the page or show it in reader mode. And you can also easily search through the page now, because in the past, it's for some reason this feature was buried in the share sheet. I don't know why that was a thing, but yeah, I guess that's cool. But now I can listen to the page, or I can show reader mode, which has had recent improvements. Which currently it seems like it's functioning the same way as in the past. I don't know what exact changes. Maybe if you're on a page with more links, it will work a bit better. Okay, I don't think the features are working right now. Maybe it's only coming later this year, but I don't know. Oh, and apparently there's also new topographical maps and trail networks. Oh, there you go. Yeah, now you can actually see different hiking trails. So if I go over here, look at that. Oh, that's cool. And you can even see a topographical map over here. Look at all the lines around here. Basically, for those of you who don't know what topographical maps are, they basically are lines that are connecting to show you at what points on, say, a mountain have the same height. So, yeah, I guess that's cool. You can see the topographical map over here. Is it clear? I can't tell if it's clear. I think it's, yeah, there you go. You can see the lines over here. It's really cool. And you can also, have a look at the directions here. You can add it to your library, and you can also see how the height varies across a distance over here. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Not like I'm gonna maybe let's not get the directions to it. I don't even know how the hell it's gonna go about doing that, because I'm currently on the opposite side of the world. So yeah. Oh yeah, and there's game mode. I don't know what apparently what the whole point of game mode is that it basically like optimizes the system and makes it such that there you go, it's on now, it's on. So basically what game mode does is that it reduces background activity and dedicates more of its resources to the game that you're playing. So right now I'm playing Minecraft. Let's see if there's any performance improvement. Let's see if there's anything any increase in frames. Okay, and we are in the game. Let me adjust some settings here. Let's see how far we can push the boundaries of the phone's performance here. So let's see how far I can push this thing, baby. 17 chunks. Why not? That's the maximum I can get on this thing. And immediately, if I were to fly a bit. Nope, let me fly. Don't know if it's placebo, but it definitely feels way more smoother. Like, I currently have max render distance turned up, and so far it seems like it isn't really lagging a whole lot. Can I go faster? There you go. Yeah, there you go. Now I can see if it really lags behind. This looks like a pretty decent 90-ish frames per second. It's pretty, I mean, you wouldn't be able to see this. You're currently watching a 60 FPS video. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to tell. But yeah, it's actually doing just fine, actually. It's shocking that it's doing so well. Yeah. Dang. Okay, it's loading a bit slow over here, but point stands, it's actually pretty okay. It's handling it just fine. But I don't think Minecraft would exactly be the greatest thing to test it with. I think it'll be better if I tested this with, say, like a game like Assassin's Creed or like whatever. But apparently that's a 15 Pro exclusive. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention this, but apparently the game mode also reduces the latency between your iPhone and AirPods and your iPhone and, say, a games controller. So I guess that's cool. There's also some updates to the wallet app, although most of it doesn't really most of it I'm not gonna use, not gonna lie. That basically now you can do this thing where you can tap people's phones to pay them a certain amount. So let's say you want to pay someone $20, you can simply take your phone and tap it to someone's iPhone, and you can immediately send it to them. Basically, for Singaporeans, it's pay now, but instead of having to search out the person's phone number, you can just simply tap your phone and it will do it just for you. Oh, and there's audio transcriptions now. So if I go to the voice memos app, this is a test of the new voice memos app on iOS 18. Let's see how well it's able to recognize my voice, depending on how fast I speak, how slow I speak, or depending on whether or not it can recognize my accent just fine. So this is a quick test. Let's see how it performs. Okay, so I'm currently in a new notes document here, so let's try things out over here. So blah, 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 whatever. So now look at that. You can now actually attach, or you can actually record audio on here. So let's try it out. So this is a test of the new recording functionality in the Notes app on iOS 18. Let's see if it works well. Okay, now that you have that, can I take the text out of it? Now apparently there's new ways to calculate on the Notes app. So let's say if I have 7 times 5 minus 2 plus 100 divided by 79, and I put equals, equals, and it gets a number right there. That's pretty cool. But apparently what I can do is that if I were to have, say, a bunch of numbers, 34, apparently there's a way such that it will add up all the numbers. So I don't know how that works. I think you need the Apple Pencil to do this, but let's see if just using notes will do. 81, 79, 62. Oh, you saw that, right? Oh shit, it worked. It worked for a second. Yes. Oh, it works. Okay, then at 81, I don't know what's up with that. Oh, it writes it in my handwriting too. Oh, it works on iOS. I thought it was just an iPad OS thing. What the hell? That's so cool. Yes. Oh. Yes. Oh, that's so cool. It's such a simple feature, but it's so cool. That's awesome. I love that. Okay, so there's some new features to the formatting as well. So now if I say go over here, that has some formatting. Now you can actually highlight in different colors. So if I go here, I can highlight in purple, in a pink color over here, or I can also select a certain part of it, and let's just say I make it orange, and boom, you can highlight the colors now. Pretty cool. Oh, and of course, there's the big new thing, the thing that everyone's been waiting for. The brand new updates to the calculator. But where's my calculator? There's no more calculator here. I did. Okay. And look at that. Things look a bit different. First of all, if I type in an equation, 79 times 2 plus 8. Now it's no longer hidden away. It will show the full string right here. I can type equal, and it will show up right here. And check this out. There's now a history of the different equations and calculations that you've done. And on top of that, look at that. This is the basic calculator, but now I can go scientific. Oh yes. Yes. And I can even go go into math notes section where I can actually write math notes, and it will again do the math for me, just like how it worked back in the Notes app. So anyways, go back to scientific here, and what's this thing? Convert. Oh, right, you can convert stuff now. You can say, so you can actually convert a whole bunch of stuff. You can convert angles, areas, currency, data, energy, force, fuel, length. So let's really try length. So let's convert, say, foot to say meters. So meters. So let's say an American comes to me and say, hey, I am 6 foot tall. I'm like, what the hell is 6 foot? I can type in 6 and it'll do the math for me right here. 1.8288 meters tall. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, and apparently there's also new eye tracking stuff. Oh yeah, I want to try that too. And this is okay. Let me be clear. This is only for like people who need it. Most of us don't. Us normal people don't really need it. But I'm gonna try this out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it up right here. No, cancel. Go down. I don't know how to get this to work properly. Hold on. I'm looking at accessibility right now. It's not. This is not great. Come on. No, I'm looking at the accessibility option. Hold on. Down. No, down. No, I want to go home. Go home. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so you can go there. Okay, I'm gonna have to rely on my hit movement. No, allowed in schedule summary. No, allowed in schedule summary. No, up, no, down. Move down. No, down. If I angle it correctly, if I angle the phone correctly, actually, oh, screw it. Screw this. Can I go back to the eye tracking? Go to eye tracking. No, stop it. Stop. No, down. No. God. Fine, screw this. I'm gonna turn it off here. Okay. Okay. Needs a bit of work. I think this will only work better for people who like legit, like they don't really move at all. I think it's because of the fact that my head is moving around, and because of that, the eye tracking is not as great. But if I'm like a person who's legit like can't really move all that much, and if I use my eyes alone, it might work a bit better. But right now, it doesn't seem to work very well, to be perfectly honest with you. The Fitness app also has some changes here and there. There you go. You can now actually now the screen looks very different. Wow. You can now actually go and edit over here. You can arrange stuff here and there. So I can take this. Take. Nope, I want to move it. I want to move. Can I move you? Ah, there you go. Move. Yeah, there you go. I guess that's cool. Yay. But yeah, cool customization. Oh yeah, and you can also pause activity rigs now. I think you can. Yeah, can I pause them from here? Yeah, there you go. You can change your goals on a per day basis, and you can also pause your rings if you're saying having a sick day. So yeah, that's cool, I guess. Also, I'm gonna need to move the light here. It's getting a bit irritating. Sorry about that. When it comes to supported iOS 18 devices, it's supported all the way from the 15, 15 Plus, Pro and Pro Max, all the way down back to the iPhone 10, all the way back to 10s, 10s Max, and 10R. So even this old iPhone 10R will support the brand new iOS 18 features. Albeit maybe some exceptions here and there. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's it for iOS 18. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Whoa, hey, wait out. Okay, so, sorry for the sudden, intrusion here, but I decided to give you guys a quick update on how iOS 18 is running after a few hours of using it. So, so far, it's working great. I really like it, but there are some bugs here and there that makes it not exactly recommendable for people who want to try this out on their primary device especially. Honestly, I feel like for most normal people, you shouldn't download this just for your own convenience, but if you are a tech enthusiast, or at least somewhat enthusiastic about the next version of iOS like I am, I recommend that you download iOS 18 on a separate secondary device instead of your primary one, which, like the dump that I am, I did. So either that, or you do what I do, you download it on the primary device and then have a secondary device to do your banking and running any apps that can't run on the iOS 18 beta. So yeah, I recommend doing the former rather than the latter. So yeah, I don't recommend downloading this on the primary device. Although if you really want to, it's stable. It's stable. It's alright. It's a bit buggy, but not unusable. It's still fine. It still works well for the tasks that I wanted to do. So yeah, it's alright. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want me to look into anything new, any more things about iOS 18, or maybe even watchOS 11 or iPadOS 18 or whatever, if you want me to do that, go ahead and comment down below. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video / live stream. Bye bye.
Watch this.
Yeah!